Okay, so welcome to this series of videos. The purpose of the videos is an introduction to three groups that I run. The groups can run one at a time. You can do one group on its own, stand alone. This is a very good way of doing it. Or you can do them as a series of groups or workshops, which is very effective in accumulating an energy of transformation that will begin to spread in more and more areas of your life. The first workshop is called Creating Wealth. The second one is called Relating, and the third one is Healing and Hypnosis. These workshops I've been doing for a long time, so I've sort of made them more effective, more efficient, updated them continually, so they work better and better all the time. They're an evolving process. So what I'd like to tell you about creating wealth. We have an idea of wealth. We have responses and ways we go about getting it. We make decisions about wealth. We have an idea of what it is. And all of this, our whole package around wealth, has generally been given to us from the outside. It's not actually ours. It hasn't come from inside. It's been imposed upon us. We've inherited it. It's slipped into our way of thinking and our way of seeing things and our way of feeling. In essence, it's not ours. And that's the issue. That's not wealthy. If our sense of wealth belongs to somebody else, then this is a poor state to be in. There's a kind of discrepancy here. And that's not a wealthy situation to be in. Where does this influence come from? Well, our lives, really, everything we lived. It comes from the organizations and the structures in life around us. Our parents, what was their attitude to money? And how was the history of the family growing up? Did you grow up in a crisis or an abundant time, in a village, in a city, in a country that was rich or poor? These things will all influence how we evaluate wealth. Church, religion, media has a big effect on it, and all sorts of things. Now, when we think about wealth, it's a kind of scale. As a metaphor, we can use a metaphor, it's a kind of scale here. And one end of the scale we might call poor, not wealthy, and the other end we could call being rich and wealthy. Now, this can be, I'm talking about any area of our life. When we're talking about creating wealth, it may be that it's sort of traditionally about money, not having it or having it, being a millionaire, or it may be about career. It could be about, are you wealthy in relating? Or friendships. Are you poor in friendships or rich in friendships? Social life. Health. Any of these areas this workshop is designed to work with. So we've inherited all this stuff, and I mean some of it is sort of kind of paradoxical, confusing, and a bit crazy. We have here, if you grew up in a Christian religion, although most religions have their own similarity to this, blessed are the poor. Why should the poor be more blessed than anybody else? But this phrase has been turned and distorted and made new meanings out of. And also, another one. It's easier for a camel to get through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to get into the kingdom of heaven. That's fairly heavy duty conditioning, really. And we get it when we're young. So at this end of that religious scale, we have poverty, we have being humble, we have that. And at the other end, we have a pope or something similar The Vatican, which is so wealthy it's untrue. To speak to the Pope, you have to kneel down and kiss his hand. He sits in a throne. There's an incredible paradox here. Politics. You know, you have a politician who's made it to the top. He's the Prime Minister, he's the President, whatever you like to call it, successful. You would think wealthy in his chosen field. And yet there he is, kind of putting on face paint makeup to prepare a face for his audience, so he has to please his audience by saying the right things. He can't get caught in the corridors of power having sex with his secretary. It's just not allowed. He's not that free. So, you know, it's kind of a difficult game here. There are constrictions, there are limitations on all this. When you are highly bounded by the outside values of what wealth is and how it should be. You have rampant capitalism going on and people chasing economic gurus and business gurus, and it's all about targets and how much you succeed, and everything goes into it. Now, this may be okay. People may be very happy here. It may be just right for them. It may fit with their being, their personality, their character, their inner way that life operates through them. There's nothing wrong with these things. And yet it's best that we get there because they're coming from inside us rather than outside of us. And here you've got somebody who maybe goes, oh yeah, I'm not good enough, I can't make it, I'll just carry on the 9-to-5 factory work. I can't afford that, I can't afford this. I'll give up. And so you've got that I don't go for it and I overgo for it. You've got I go for it but I feel guilty, and there's the charity. You've got the I don't go for it but I wish I had have done. It's kind of a minefield where people are not sitting so comfortably because we've lost our own inner sense of what is the right value of wealth for us. This workshop is designed to put us more at ease with what our sense of wealth is. It's designed to recover our own sense of where we feel comfortable with this and recover from the imposed and inherited limitations so that we can find where we truly are or belong. And having said that, it's not that we belong in one place or another, because this is a weaving and a moving through life. Life moves and changes enough. But when you come and the wealth comes out of your own inner sense of who you are, out of your own sense of your life energy and the kind of directions it likes to go, out of your own talents and these kind of things, then this journey here, wherever you are, becomes wealthy. Because you're not sitting there going, oh, I wish, or sitting here going, I wish. You're going, yeah, this is great, I like this. I'm living my life. So the workshop is very much about discovering our own true values around something that got very muddied and very confused for us, particularly through the media, you know, the archetype of the Rolls Royce, the chauffeur driven, the fur coats, the swimming pools, all this, and all the movies we watch and all the books we read have all fed into these imposed things. This workshop is to bring us back to where we feel comfortable in all this and how we can live our own wealthy life. So come, do the workshop, it's great. I would like to do it. If I could participate in my own workshops, I'd like this very much. But come, And as I say, if you do one workshop and then add the relating workshop and then add the healing and hypnosis, and it needn't be in that order. You could start with healing and hypnosis and move on. But the way this works, which is with creating friends with our unconscious intelligence, creating friends with our inner way of being, then these changes begin to manifest on many areas of our life, not just the 3 areas that we've chosen. But these are good hooks to hang our transformation on. So come to the workshops. We work with ourselves, not against ourselves. It's not a fight, it's a reconnection. Okay, see you then.